What's up guys, Lvladen here, and today I'm coming at you with a video on the 9.1 patch and my thoughts about it, some of the drama that's been going on with WoW as of lately. It seems, Blizzard and World of Warcraft in particular have been getting a lot of negative PR, and it just seems like it's cycling over and over and over, and I want to address what I think Blizzard could do to improve community morale, maybe get some players back, and yeah, let's get right into it. So the number one thing I think Blizzard should be doing, or could do better, is just simply addressing the community in weekly blog posts, weekly interviews, something like that. And an example of really good developer communication, I think, is what Ghostcrawler used to do, which was, every few months you would have a dev water cooler or whatever, what they called it, and it was taking a bunch of community questions and addressing them. And this is something that Blizzard has done, but they've severely neglected the PvP portion of it. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm grateful that Brian Holinka was able to do the PvP developer interview, but I don't really think we got too much information out of it. A catch-up mechanic. One thing he mentioned was a catch-up mechanic for alts at some point during the season, but I'm curious why we don't do it right now. I think things like conduit energy should be removed 100%. I think once you reach, I know Blizzard really does not want us switching covenants, but for example, if we reach Renown 40 with a covenant, I believe we should be able to freely swap back and forth between that covenant and whatever our next covenant we choose is. So for example, on my Ret, I want to test Necrolord. I reach Renown 40 with Necrolord, and since I'm already Renown 40 plus with Kyrian, I can just swap back to Kyrian whenever. Now at the moment, they did hotfix in a change where we get one free swap back to a covenant, but at that point, why not just make it all the time? Another big concern I have is the honor gear. Now honor gear has not really been relevant since the first month of Shadowlands, and I think we should have the renown, let's see, it's renown 59, I believe, that honor gear becomes semi viable. Unrated PvP item level rank 7. I believe the PvP item level is 229 or something around there. My current character is already 229 item level, so the honor gear in the next few weeks, after it finally unlocks when we get Renown 59, is going to be useless. And not only is it going to be useless, but that's several weeks away where I'm already going to be, way out gearing people who need that honor item level already, and especially alts. So I think that the best compromise that Blizzard can do is just unlock the gearing for the honor completely. Unlock the upgrades. If you're going to keep upgrades in the game, let people just farm that out. Let them upgrade and become competitive early in the season. A lot of my alts right now, they don't have the renown. So they're not even renown 43. And I think they're stuck at 203 item level until then. So it's a little rough. Plus, you have to grind the renown, you have to grind your conduits, you're going to have to catch up on your legendary. There's a lot of things that hold alts and new players back that I wish they would peel back their restrictions on, because I would love to play a lot of alts. I am probably going to play 1 or 2 alts this expansion, or this patch in particular, but it's kind of disheartening to grind it out. Now let's talk about it from a mains perspective. I actually do like the patch on my Ret Paladin, who is currently all caught up with renown. I'm caught up in conduits as far as those go. I'm able to grind out my conduits over a slow amount of time. My lowest conduits are 200 item level, but there's a lot of work to go through just to simply increase your conduits. Now, one thing that I would really request from Blizzard is looking at ways for PvPers to upgrade their conduits. For example, I saw a post on Twitter, I forgot who it was, someone shared it, where for X amount of honor, maybe we could buy something like the Soul Winning Crescent or whatever. Soul's Twining Crescent, something like that. It's whatever lets you discover a random conduit up to item level 226, and we could buy that for honor. For example, you know, maybe it's 2,000 honor, or if that's too low, maybe 5,000. Heck, I would even be okay with it being 10,000 honor per conduit upgrade, or even random conduit upgrade, because it's just something extra to do with honor. I'm constantly sitting at honor cap on my main with nothing to do with it, really. We could do something like gem slots. Now imagine this, guys. Gem slots with extra conquests, like 500 conquests for a gem slot, or 15,000 honor for a gem slot. These are PvP changes that I could get behind, that I think are totally reasonable in terms of, you know, time investment. If you're going to spend conquest on it, you're going to either get behind in gear, or you're not going to get your sockets until you're completely conquest geared out. Or if we took sockets for 15,000 honor, that in itself is a decent grind. And I still think the PvEers would prefer their rep grind or their dailies as to just farming out 15,000 honor for every gem slot or conduit upgrade. But, you know, those are just my suggestions. I would love to see alts to become friendlier, and when alts are friendlier, new players are more friendly. I'd love to see Blizzard, you know, get a W, get some passion back into the community. And I know it's got to be really tough mentally when it seems like you're the bad guy. Like, Blizzard used to be a company where no matter what they would do, I would defend them up until, I think, maybe this changed around Legion. I love the company as a whole, and when it seemed to me that what they were doing with their grinds became retaining players, like forced retention rather than enjoyment retention. And what I mean by that is dailies. You're logged on to force do your dailies, your weekly, etc., just to keep up in player power. That's when it fell out for me, right? I don't know what the expression is, but, you know, the chair fell out from under me, and I began to see it more as a monthly active users retention grind rather than an enjoyment grind. All right, if you guys agree or disagree, feel free to leave it in the comments. Feel free to leave your own opinions. What I really want is just, like, please, Blizzard, communicate with your players. Like, there is a decent amount of players that want to see you succeed. We're not all out here for hating on Blizzard, but, you know, when we have criticisms of the current game, it would be nice to be actually listened to, instead of just saying we hear you and then not changing the developments. So number one thing, you know, easiest change to get some positive community interaction is just straight up remove conduit energy, and we'll go from there. We'll see. We'll go from there. All of the changes, you know, maybe it requires some drastic coding changes, but simply removing conduit energy would be the #1 plus right now. All right, thanks for listening to me ramble, guys. If you enjoyed this, feel free to like, subscribe, follow me on Twitch, and I'll see you all next video. Peace.